The live chat. I don't know if anybody's here yet. Yes, I'm live. Let's not play this game of reconnecting. So I'm just leaving the airport now. That was a little bit of a fun drive down. It was foggy in spots. It's sunny out there and I forgot my sunglasses, my clip-on sunglasses. I thought they were in my purse, but apparently they're in my backpack. So hopefully I'm not driving into the sun. Sorry if that's a little bright there. We're going to be turning away from the sun in a second. That area over there, straight ahead, is actually a golf course. And I didn't know till last year that it was a golf course there. Oops. Guess what? Missed the exit. We're going to go around again. So again, for the sun being in my eyes, I might do a U-turn here. Hang on, folks. No, I didn't miss that. I'm going to stop here. We'll let these two folks go. I don't know where those two people were coming from, but I don't know why I missed that. So we'll be driving back to Sarnia. Some geese out on the side of the road here. Notice some on the way in there too. The London International Airport on that sign. Just on the outskirts of London, Ontario. You can always stop. Nothing coming. This is crazy morning. Originally, she was going to pick me up at 6:45 because she had to be down very early, and then just before that, she messaged me. Got a delay. It's going to be a couple hours. So she picked me up at 8:30. What is it now? 10:07. She picked me up just after 8:30. Well, it's a little slow in a couple spots. It was really foggy. That's probably why the flight was delayed. So while I was up early, I ended up watching Eddie Lugo and PK Adventures? Ryan, yeah. Chatting for a while. I tried to go back to sleep, but I couldn't, so. Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna have sun in our eyes for a moment until we get on the highway. This is called Veterans Memorial Parkway. Just gotta go up here a couple miles and we get onto the highway, and then the sun will be should be behind us. So lots of cool stuff in London. It's actually, we come down here to LARP, and I can point you the road that we turn down to LARP. We'll go off of this parkway here. So we're passing over train tracks. There's a couple in there. We're chatting right now. I can't see any chat anyways. busy. Not even rush hour. Should be past rush hour now. 10 o'clock. People should be at work by now. The last time I did a live stream coming home was from Toronto. But that was way early in the morning. Way too early. I think I was home by 8 o'clock at the time. Or maybe a little bit. Maybe 8:30, going to 9. I think that was a Saturday though. I had to go to Toronto with her. I was going to different locations this time. The place is called Pangnirtung. The place she went to, the very first contract she had up in Nunavut. She'll be there for 7, maybe 8 weeks. I just try to keep an eye here. The road I was telling you about where you turn to go to LARP. I think it's this one though. Can't tell till I get closer. Nope, not this one. You stay there, Mr. Truck. She came to pick me up this morning. My aunt messaged me saying her worker said there was black ice out there this morning. It was a little slippery, a couple spots. Probably the side roads. The highway was fine. It was wet. A little boggy in spots. Sorry if the sun's blinding you there. It's hard to see. My phone. Yeah. This is Gore Road. This is where we turn towards your left, my left, to go into our LARP. It's a couple miles down the road. Stevenson's Children's Camp. It's a kin-run camp. Hopefully get out there more this year. I don't know. It's going to depend on whether my oldest gets their house sold or not. That's taking up a lot of finances. Paying mortgage on a house all by themselves since their ex is left. Hopefully we'll keep our fingers crossed and pray that it gets sold soon. Coming up on the highway soon. Over the Thames River. So get busy here, I guess. I had a chance. I put up a short this morning. I was sitting listening to Eddie's live and heard sirens and all. They suddenly stopped. I look out the window and there's 2 fire trucks. Well, they were more of the rescue type trucks in front of our house. They walked up to the one side of the townhouse and somebody came out and talked to them and they went away. I don't know why they were there. I don't know whether, I have a friend at the other end of the building and I don't know whether they were going there or not. I get a chance to chat with her and maybe find out, let you know if there's anything later when I go live tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern. There was a little excitement this morning. I don't even know if it was a medical call. We usually get fire and ambulance. And we're about the same distance from the fire station as we are from the hospital where the ambulances are. I don't know. industrial stuff out of this end of town. Coming up to the highway in 1 kilometer. I figured I'd go live and chat because I didn't sleep well last night, and that way chatting with you guys keep me from falling asleep on the drive. At least keep me occupied. There's trucks probably going on the highway too. We will see. Yep, he's going on the highway as well. Signal I'm going up. Hey buddy, you're on the on ramp. Start picking up some speed. Gotta watch traffic beside me. There. I'd like to get over one more, but there's a car coming up my side here. Let him get by first. So this thing, I do not like traveling behind transports. I can't see what's going on ahead of them. There's a chat on here, but I can't see any. If you're chatting, I can't see it. Extra care in winter. Well, usually if we get any bad snow, it's through London area here. London and halfway to Sarnia. It's part of the snow belt. The Bat Brewery in London. Forget I'm on the 401. 401's only 100. I'm doing a little more than 100. It says 80 there. I don't know if there's construction up here or not. Let's see. That guy's going off. I can move over back to this lane again. Eventually I have to go off. Sorry about that. If you're chatting there, I'm sorry I can't see because I can't play around with the buttons to figure it out. Just distracted driving. You'll see a little of the countryside in southwestern Ontario in January. there's not too much snow. It's kind of dirty stuff off to the side. This is 100 begins. To our left is Costco. I've been in there, I guess I was in there last May. We got chatting, my kids and I, and my oldest sells her house, they're moving in with us, and then we were talking about maybe getting a Costco membership, because this is the closest Costco, which is close to an hour away. So I have to make it a worthwhile trip. Construction up here. There's a lot of trucks are off to the side coming down, but I think they're doing some repairs on the median there. It looks like there was a chunk out of it. Yeah, right there. Yep. This gets narrower. Oops. That's not where I want to go. I don't need to go this way. On 402. I've done that before. Get talk. My oldest and I came home from LARP the one time, got talking, and the next thing I know was, a couple miles down the 401 there on my way to Windsor. Then you got to go a little while later to find a spot to get off and get back on, get back over here to the 402. Now, 402, speed limit is 100 kilometers, 110 kilometers. All the other highways in Ontario are 100 kilometers that I know of. This one is 110. Well, it snowed on the fields there. A lot. A lot of grain farmers going along here. Usually wheat, sometimes soybean. This highway is usually pretty busy with transports. 401 to Windsor because it connects with the U.S. Yeah, following a UPS truck. You can't get over because there's a truck coming up on my butt. I find my cousin and I going down to the airport. We don't see each other for weeks, a month or maybe a month or so. Actually, I've seen her at Christmas Eve, but I haven't talked to her really since Christmas Eve. So trying to catch up on stuff, and next thing I know, we're already there. When I get back to town, I gotta take my aunt's car back. She needs to go do some errands. Although I'm gonna just stop for one quick stop on the way back to her place. Back Christmas or New Year's? No, a couple days after Christmas when we had a lot of the freezing rain. This side of the hotel, that side of the highway was closed. We had a jackknife truck transport. Noticing it said Colonel Talbot Trail. It's like, yep, that's where it was. thing sucks about the stretch of highway. There's like one rest stop, and it's not even really a rest stop because, well, it used to be where one of the transport weigh scales was. And they closed it for some reason. And they've got a rest stop there. Well, a rest stop. It's basically a parking lot and a porta-john. So, not a rest stop that people would, like, what we call the on route, which is, you know, got some restaurants and gas stations and all that. No, this rest stop is only a porta-john and some parking, mainly for the truckers, I guess. But yeah, there's nearly no place to pull off. Just you know, a place just off the side where you can go to the bathroom or whatever. You have to take one of the exits, and I know a couple of them where there's Tim Hortons or restaurants close by or a gas station close by that you still have to get off the highway. So if there's a spot I could pull off, I would stop and see if you're at the chat thing here, but I got nowhere to stop here. Till I get back to town. Get over here. There's cars starting to catch up to me on behind. Terribly exciting out here. No cows, no sheep, no horses, no pigs. I think what interesting things are off the side here. I'll wait till I get up a little further. Between London and Strathroy, there's not a lot of exciting stuff to see. Go stop in London. They have a little place called Storybook Gardens. It's kind of geared to little ones. A lot of theme parks and stuff are geared to your older kids. This is geared to the younger ones. They have they got a place called East Park that's got rock climbing and rope climbing and laser tag and bowling and it's got a glow in the dark mini golf. It's kind of cool. There's one of those things where you can do like the when you jump out of an airplane, but you can get the flying thing. You got one of those. A go-kart place. So one thing we lack in Sarnia is a lot of places for kids of any younger age. We had a water park, Splashdown, They closed that and tore it down, but the buildings that are still there, they have laser tag in. They have valley axe throwing and some other activities in there. Some geese in the sky up there. Used to have a place called Farley's Funhouse, which was kind of like a mini Chuck E. Cheese type of thing, but not that close too. It's exciting for the little kids to do. Oh, let's say go to McDonald's. One of them has a play place in it. Very small. The kids used to call it play place with not enough space. Coming up with Stratford right now. Stratford is kind of the halfway point in between London and Sarnia. Sarnia. Rhymes with Narnia. Felt like Narnia too. It's a change first letter. My kids did work. Well, my oldest worked for a year and my youngest for 3 months at a factory out here. I don't know how they lasted that long. One night they were driving out and it was complete whiteouts. And they ended up turning around going back home and they got called in and they got crap. It's like, oh gee, well, couldn't see the road, barely seemed to get off, get turned around. They decided it wasn't worth risking their lives for. Oh gee, they're blurry. It's alright. We need to clean the windows a bit. Maybe that'll. Better? There we go. Another cool place here in Strathroy. My oldest came one year when he was in Scouts, and then we came the following year, and it was it's like a Texas Longhorn camp. And kids could come when they're on Scouts. They came and they stayed in covered wagons and they got to learn about horses and grooming the horses and that, and they got to go horseback riding, and there was also longhorns. Here, seen the longhorns, so we went for a hay ride. It was fun. They didn't close it, they changed it. It's now more glamping type thing and for couples kind of thing. Not so much for kids. Which is a real bummer. Grab something. I'll stop at Walmart on our way back to my aunt's. Need to grab a few groceries before I take the car back to her. I did have a couple pieces of toast this morning, which I shouldn't have had, because one, it wasn't gluten free, but two, I'm trying to stay away from carbs again, but didn't have much selection unless I cooked eggs or something. Healthy snacks. Groceries. I've got a date to start not dieting, but I'm just trying to straighten out my eating habits and get away from the carbs and stuff again. I know I can do it. I did it 2 years ago. February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Then September I started getting a little bit lazy. So I was down 30 pounds and then I put a few on. And then that year kind of went back in the handbasket for Christmas, New Year's, and emotional eating, and I put it back on, and it's like kind of disappointed in myself, but I can't change that. I can just fix it, fix my eating. So I've seen some pictures of me from I do not like the way I look. Just cut the carbs back to list today, and I was able to lose weight. The only thing is I usually need to keep a journal of what I ate, so I can keep track of. Right now, I just spent carbs I'm eating, but it's a challenge, cutting back carbs and staying off gluten. We got some of the wind turbines up here. There's a bunch along the way in the next little stretch. Although it's not as many as I've seen in some places. I've been in some places where fields are full of them. And they're here to be traveled out west, outside Winnipeg, Manitoba, a little bit, and it's a whole bunch of them. There are just rows and rows of them. And we have a few fields south of Sarnia that got a whole bunch of solar panels, but not too many of the wind turbines close to town. If you're in the chat, you're chatting with each other, because I can't figure out. It's only the second time I've gone live on my phone, so I don't remember how the last time I did it. It's a bummer, because I really would like, be able to chat with somebody, but I can't see the chat. I really can't see what you're saying to reply. So I need to practice going live on my phone where I'm not driving. Episode 65, and a whole bunch of things. What's exit 65 at? Is that still Strathroy? Yeah, it would be, because the white building up, or white building, the light blue building up on the left, that's where my kids worked for a while. And they just put car parts together, a lot of big bumpers and stuff like that. My youngest learned to do some welding there. Can't remember exactly. There's a lot of big car parts. What's in this truck? Anything? Nope, it's empty. No dodge stock. It's called Veriform, but there's a sub company in there that called Teppins that they started out as until you extend your probation, and then your form or prepare form. I think that also the shift work got to my kids too. Week on midnight, and then you go to afternoons, and then you go to days, and they worked 6 days a week. They only had 1 day off in between. So this is crazy going in and out. The signal sucks. Sorry about that, folks. You're hanging in there. To the few of you that are being loyal and supportive, I appreciate you hanging in there. There's a bunch of those wind turbines up on the left there. Real exciting stretcher land here. Trucks. Oh, few cars, trucks. It's a sunny day and blue sky. Could have been worse, could have been a snowstorm. Better flight would have definitely been delayed. I think it was delayed because of the fog. This stretch was foggy going down. I think still a little bit of fog up ahead. Let's see. Just looks a little hazy up there. I normally would put the cruise control on, but the roads still look a bit damp in spots. And I was told that if you put your cruise control on when the roads are wet, there's a chance of hydroplaning, but it looks like they're getting dry in spots. So sometimes I just prefer the cruise control because it's easier to control the speed. Instead of looking down and realizing I'm doing over 120 and 110, like, oh, slow down. I'm only doing 114, so I'm only doing 4 over. Too bad today. It's only 6 degrees Celsius. It's not a minus for a change. Yeah, Kerwood Road. That's the road where that Texas Longhorn camp was. Going that way. To the left. We're still close to Strathroy. This is the longer stretch. The more boring stretch. At least for the next maybe 15 minutes or so. Yeah, there's some different exits. I can tell you what's off of those ones. Tell you about the towns. People are in a hurry. Holy crap. I'm doing 10 over. You're passing me. I'm standing still. That's not the time of the day that the provincial police would be sitting out here looking for guys to ticket anyways. It's usually closer to the change of shift, beginning or end. Not mid-morning. Usually see in the turnaround. Edge overpasses. The turnaround coming up here on the left. There'd be places I would like to hide. look right there. But nobody there. Township of Warwick. Population 4,000. It's in a conservation area. When I was, I want to say probably 10-ish. We used to go camping at the conservation area because it was close enough for my dad to drive to work in town. Had a campground on one side of the road, and then the other side of the road was conservation area, and there was like a man-made lake. Another part of it was dammed off, and there was like a fishing area on the other side. I think my oldest last girlfriend before he got married was, her family was from Warwick. They would come out for family events. We got lucky, maybe all the bogs lifted. It wasn't that long before, since we went through. The sun up high enough to just get the fog burned off. A little bit more snow on the edges here. Arkona Road. The concert area, Arkona. They did a video on the waterfall. To go back out and get more family pictures done last year out there, but there's a rough road in the middle there. Couldn't line everybody's schedules to go get pictures done. Maybe this summer. Hopefully this summer. Get in some better shape. Health-wise taken care of. Got rid of the growth on my nose. I might have a little tiny scar left there, but still healing. Can't believe I let that go that long. Took my doctor. I seen him on a Monday, and on Friday he had me in ambulatory care and removed it. Why I put it off for so long? I tried contacting the office one time. I was going to make an appointment, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, you're not an active patient. And life got busy, and I let it go. So don't do that. Take care of your health, folks. Had some tests done, and I have some more to do. One I need to do in the near future, and the other one my mammogram. I'm going to get an appointment till June. Crazy, because our doctor deals with the hospital. The hospital waits that long. My aunt deals with another doctor's group, and they have an x-ray and a mammogram machine and all kinds of that stuff in the their building. When she had one done, it was questionable stuff on one, and she went back a week later and they did another one, and everything was fine. But nope, I get to wait till June. As far as I know, on my biological mom's side, there's no history of breast cancer. So fingers crossed. That was my mistake, having toast for breakfast that early. I should have made eggs because I knew I had more time. But some carbs burn up so fast, and that protein would have lasted longer. I'm hungry again. Hungry and tired. But I'll get a few things we need to go to Walmart. Go to my aunt's car back there. I think she wants me to go run this errand with her. Go home, probably take a nap for a little bit. Lots of cruise stuff to edit for both. There is a silent auction going on and helping kids cruising. Check that out on the website. There's some cool stuff for auction, especially if anybody that went on the cruise. There's some autographed stuff by the band up for auction. Also, next weekend not this weekend, next weekend, when the silent auction wraps up, there'll be a Dreams in Motion. If you're available, reach out to me, and we could use some help getting spots filled up for that. We'll start on Friday evening and go through till Saturday evening, I believe. If we can go further, get more people on board, then we will go longer. Hey, that runs up into Sarnia. Used to be the old highway before they built this one. I remember that. I remember my mom used to bring my great aunt down to London for doctor's appointments for her heart. I remember they were building this one. Yes, I'm not old. Provincial Park. That's pretty cool. Our scout camp that I used to go to was right beside it. Stone Picker Brewing Company. That sounds cool. Signal to change lanes. That's obvious. I know a lot of people that don't. Forest Gulfsman Country Club, Lambton Heritage Museum, Alton Farms State Winery. I hear they have good wine. I'm not a wine drinker. Other than the Moscato I tried on the cruise, and I can't get it in Canada, unfortunately. Any cops hiding here? Nope. It's a nice little community forest. They used to have the best bakery. Unfortunately, like all the good things like that, they closed too. I remember just going up to scout camp, doing training courses up there, and that, and my mom would stop and pick up several dozen cookies from there. There's a lot of small town bakeries around here that have gone by the wayside. You know, even the bakeries and your department stores and that don't have stuff as good as you could get in a little small town bakery. We still got 35 kilometers to go. Almost there. You should know from Forest, it's usually about 20 minutes. When we get to the Wyoming Petroleum turnoff, it'll be about 10 to 15 minutes. Signal. Little change. I always do. The thing I found crazy was we drove out west 2011? No, 2013 we drove out. We cut through the states, went across through Michigan, up to the Upper Peninsula, across through Wisconsin, Minnesota, and then up into Winnipeg. And going up through Michigan, Lower Peninsula, up to the Upper Peninsula, and going down the highway and looking at the, I think it was 70 miles per hour on that stretch. I'm like, that's 120 kilometers. We're gonna drive on. Well, not supposed to drive 120 kilometers here. Everybody does, because they say, okay, go 110. Go 110, a little over. A slight delay at the border. And I was doing 70 miles per hour, and the cars are flying past me, and there's been in and out. Nobody does doing a lane signal for their lane change. This is crazy. I thought we were crazy drivers here. Actually, the crazier drivers are in Quebec. I don't see a lot of those in southern Ontario. Get up from closer to Ottawa. Boring around here, old bare trees. It's pretty in the fall along here. The trees are changing color. Looks like some trees come down in the storms. Had a lot of high winds back around the same time we had the ice storm. And the ice storm, then winds after that. Oil Museum of Canada. That's near Petrolia. Oil Heritage Road, Wyoming and Petrolia. My cousin used to live in Wyoming when she was a kid. In Petrolia, I had a couple jobs there. When I finished college the first time, I got my early childhood education. I worked in a preschool out there for a year. So I got my first car, go back and forth. And then after I got my back to college in 2001, I got my nursing. My first real nursing job was a retirement home out there in Petrolia. Talk about scary fog. I was working nights and coming home in the morning, like 7 o'clock in the morning. And there was some days the fog looked really spooky. Because you could see the treetops, but you couldn't see the road or anything. Oh, sucker, get back here. Thank you to the 4 of you that are hanging out. I appreciate it. Smell something. Was it like cold or what? Could be. My son works in a dispensary because it's legal in Canada. He bought a machine, contraption, I don't know what it's called. They can make like infused oils or infused butter. butter, I believe it was. And I'm still getting the odd whiff, and I don't know what's on my. I have to wash my coat. I know my hoodie wasn't down there, but my coat was hanging in the Johnny on the spots, whatever you lug of portable loons, outhouses. not quite outhouses, or that. There was across the street, across the highway from each other, there was weigh scales on the trucks. I don't know why they closed one of them, but they did. It sat closed for years, and then they decided to tear it down. It was still locked up for years, and then they finally pave it and stick a couple there'd be a place to walk around, there'd be sometimes picnic tables, there was a building with washrooms in it, sometimes they had vending machines, sometimes some tourist info. That's a nice restaurant. I liked those. That would be nice to have something like that along here, but nope. And now we're gonna get the trucks slowing down. Slow down. Nope, that one's gonna pull over up there. Okay. Oh, there's a bunch of trucks. I wonder how far they're backed up. Because if the bridge is busy, then they're gonna be backed up a ways. But we were getting off. Not this exit. Not Airport Road. Yeah, we do have an airport. Not that it's used for commercial airlines, it's more anymore, it's private airlines. It used to be nice to be able to take a flight from Sarnia to Toronto. It was like a 45-minute flight. No, instead you get to drive, 3 hours, give or take. Chris Hadfield Airport, named after the astronaut that was on the International Space Station. He is from Sarnia. Actually, my youngest got to meet Chris Hadfield in person. My son was working for a catering company. A few years back, they catered Chris Hadfield's daughter's wedding. All my son remembers is he had really soft hands. And they have a cottage on an island out in the middle of St. Clair River. And they had to take everything over on a little boat to cater the wedding. We have another boat in Sarnia called the Duke d'Orleans. It was a minesweeper back first, second World War, whatever. It's refurbished, and it does like river cruises, like dinner cruises and lunch cruises down the river. I went on one that it went up into the Lake Huron and then down the river and then back. I think there's a video, a short about it. I don't know. If not, maybe next year I'll get. I wonder what this guy's got. He's got a bunch of crates. I can give him some space here because I don't want to wear those crates. We're almost there. Coming up to the Gateway Casino. Gateway Casino is at the Hiawatha Horse Park. range at Hiawatha. I got this driving range there too. Refined Pool Brewing Company. That's uptown. They have some pretty cool. Let's slow down here. There's the Sarnia sign. It's cool at night when it's lit up blue. They're being crowded in here. It's okay. Airport Road is up here. The airport's just off to the right. I don't know if you'll be able to see anything. There's water coming off the trucks in the window. Oh, this guy's crowding up the back of that guy. I'm going to stay here because I'm going to be getting off. So just over to the right here. That's the airport. Not even a very private plane sitting there. It's a shame. Camera. I don't even remember what airline come down here. It was part of Air Canada or what? I don't remember. Nope, can't get over. I have to speed up or slow down to get in. Give me some space to get in. Come on, you're gonna slow down. You're gonna run out of road, silly. That building on the right used to be a manufacturing building one time for Kia. I don't know what happened there either. They built businesses here for a while and then they disappear. Fun part up here because I'm going to be getting off at this exit, a different highway for a split second, and then get off onto the road to get to Walmart. It's kind of crazy. Watch slow traffic for next 3 kilometers. We're getting off here, so we're not going to worry about it. But he's doing the same thing. This goes off for 2 exits. You can go the road north. Not much there. There, the houses. Get on 40 south towards Chatham. Follow this. Don't need to drive up my butt, buddy. I can't go any faster than the guy ahead of me. Makes me wonder what's in all those crates. Or are they planters or something? I don't know. I gotta get on the highway, this road here, like this guy. But then I gotta get off immediately, so I gotta squeeze on up after this guy between the next guy. That's fun. Walmart's right beside me here, so we gotta go around the bend here. I take you shopping with me, but my list is on my phone and I can't see it. And see you guys too, so John's Furniture Store, Boston Pizza, Dairy Queen. There's our mall over there on the left. Rona, which used to be Lowe's at one time, but I guess Rona bought them out. Here in Canada, I guess. Make sure that guy's stopping. We got our plaza here of some of the box stores. Which the big ones are PetSmart and Walmart and Winners and Michael's. Dollarama. There's the LCBO, Liquor Control Board of Ontario. That's where I was last week, or a week before. New Year's Eve day. All I bought was 2 Mike's Hard Lemonade coolers. And nothing coming. Find a parking spot. Not as crazy as it was at Christmas and New Year's. New Year's Eve day I came, it was nuts out here. Let's go this way. Oops. Sorry about that. Got my charge cord in there. Let's try to give that a yank. Okay. We are here. Turn off the car. I don't know what my power's at, but let's see what's going on here. Roxanne. Oh, I can't even see that one. Busby, Sean S. Cool. Well, I'm going to say goodbye now, guys. I'd take him with me, like I said. We're still trying to figure out this. Nope, that's not what it. Why can't I find my chat? That's not it. Let's mute. Traveling with Whitcombs. A dense fog here in Wisconsin. Now I found the chat. Sorry, I couldn't. So I've just got Walmart now. I'm going to head in there. Thanks to you guys that have come in. Traveling Whitcombs, Roxanne, Busby, Sean S. Sorry, I couldn't figure it out while I was driving. I tried to, but they did a little swerve there, and I thought it's not worth. So thanks. I'll be back on at 7 p.m. tonight Eastern. Chat, and I'm gonna start doing. Maybe we'll chat tonight. I got some ideas with different things to do. So some different things on the channel. We'll see. But I'll catch up with you guys tonight. Have a good day. Be safe out there. Bye for now.